Welcome back out to another one of our Athlete of the Week interviews. Ben Hageman from the men's basketball team joining us. And Ben, first of all, congratulations on getting the honor of Athlete of the Week. You really were stupendous on both sides of the basketball this last week, the offensive side and the defensive side. You had a pretty balanced game. Has that always been kind of where you've tried to be good, is at a little bit of everything and really thrive on defense?
Yeah. Yes. I didn't. Actually, it's funny because middle school and like in the beginning of high school, I didn't really take the defensive side really seriously, and not until like my sophomore summer club team is when my coach really emphasized playing defense, and ever since then, defense, and like I've been really like trying to be like the best at the defensive side on my team so I can help out, because I've always had like people that can score the ball on my team, so I've really tried to be a defender on the team.
Talk a little bit, too, about when you started kind of focusing on the defensive side, did you start getting more looks from colleges? Is that something that kind of, when you were kind of a specialist player on that side of things, that they got more attention? Did that help with the recruiting side of things?
Yeah, for sure. Like everyone knows that a lot of people can score. So, and it's, coaches like to see people that can play defense and that don't really care about the offensive side. So for sure that helped a lot.
On this year's team, you're not the only one that can play some good defense. There's a little bit of a back and forth between you and Tristan on who's going to end up winning that steals.
Yeah.
Awards, maybe not the best word for it, but that top steal category.
Yeah.
Is it good, though, having somebody else that you can kind of bank off of when you're in that guard position and you have the type of athletes that Region 9 throws at you guys?
Yeah, for sure. Because also he's just, so I don't have to play the whole game. It's nice to have someone that can, like, you can switch off with. It gives us an opportunity to be better at the end of the games, because we can just switch off so we're not like so tired at the end of the games, and we can pull out some of those close, tight games at the end.
Talk about how this team has kind of been playing this year too, because you guys have had some epic comebacks like Western Wyoming. Mm-hmm. You guys have had some blowout runs through some teams like Eastern Wyoming. Where is this team's kind of vibe at right now, and how far can this team go with the confidence you guys have?
I think we could go to the national tournament. That's obviously the plan. That's our goal. And we've been playing up and down, and we've been trying to stay more consistent. And like through games that we get down in, we have a lot of confidence in ourselves to come back. We don't get down on ourselves. We keep each other up. So towards the end of the game, where it's a closer game, and when we're coming back, it's easier.
When you guys start seeing this stretch of home games that you guys have been in, what's different with playing at home? And you've played in two different homes now, because you played over at the Rack and over at Story.
Yeah.
But what are some of the advantages that Story brings? Because you guys have really made that into a home away from home in a way.
Yeah. It's a lot closer to a lot of people, as like residents around Cheyenne. So I think we've had a lot more fans come out and help us out.
Always good to have that community support kind of coming in and cheering you guys on. And I think that made a big difference in that Western Wyoming game. Talk about that comeback when you go back into that one, because you were also a pretty big part of it on that defensive side, forcing some steals. Zay obviously got the big one with the 48-point game, but what was going through your mind on that defensive side of things and on that comeback bid?
It's just plain simple. You just gotta get stops. That's a big thing. I don't know how much we were down, but we were down a bit, and that was a really important game for us, because coming into that game, a lot of people thought Western Wyoming was the better team, and that was a really big game for us. So we had to really lock in on the defensive side, because we have a lot of scorers, so like it could be anyone's night on the offensive side. So just locking on the defensive side for everyone, like not just me, but like the whole team. Whoever, what five is out there is really important.
Wrap it up with just a couple more questions for you. Thanks again for the time, Ben. But first of all, recruiting's obviously big, but it sounds like you're kind of not necessarily worrying about that right now. Mm-hmm. It's more focused on the team. Has that been something that's helped kind of get you guys together when no one's focused on the individual side? It's all focused on the team?
Yeah, that's an important part, like big part. of a team success is just not worrying about your own success. And that stuff, that recruiting stuff, I can worry about that at the end of the year. I think that mentality, team first, is very important, and the coach preaches that a lot. So,
that being said, we will give you a little bit of a taste. Do you have a goal as far as how far you want to go and what level you want to get up to when it comes to moving on to that next level? And if you haven't put much thought into it, I understand too.
I would say everyone wants to go D1, obviously. So I would say D1 or D2, mostly D2 though.
Ben Hageman, Athlete of the Week, taking the time to talk with us here. And Ben, congratulations on being Athlete of the Week. We'll look forward to seeing you and the team out there more on the court and hopefully hosting the Region 9 Championships coming up in a couple weeks.
Yes, thank you.